Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here. Welcome to Why the Fascination. I am here with my lovely co-host, Iron Duggar.
Hello.
How are you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I just realized that our banners aren't up, or our little names.
We're no names.
No names.
We
There.
have no names. There we are. Now we know who we are. Hi, Dad.
So how's everybody in chat doing? Hopefully you guys are amazing. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah.
Mr. Page, how are you, sir?
Hi, Dad.
Mr. Lee, what's going on, man? Hi, Sharon.
Hey.
Who else? It's weird. I got to get a mouse. I use a laptop, so it's got that little mouse pad.
Okay.
Out with 2 fingers, and it's just a pain in my ass.
It makes it hard. Jenny's in. Jenny Metz.
Oh yeah, hey Jenny.
Hey.
I didn't get that far.
Nature Spirit Soul Hiker. Hi.
I'm having trouble getting on. A little heads up tonight, guys. I might have internet trouble. Maybe I was looking at radar just a minute ago, and there's some storms coming off the Gulf that are heading this way. I saw this really long line of severe thunderstorms, but it looks like it might stay a little north, so we might get lucky. Just in case shit goes south. Heads up. Scotty B, what's happening? Hey, Lynn. Pop Craig, man, you got to come on tonight, dude.
Yeah.
You definitely got to come on tonight. I'm going to put the link in chat. You got to tell us about your trip, man. I really want to know. I heard one thing about it. You got zapped. You got to tell us about it.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's all I heard.
Wow. Sounds
Cryptic
interesting.
Anomalies, what's up?
Hey. Wit's on. Hey, Wit. Ida Bustamante. Is that how you say it?
I don't know, it's Bustamante or Bustamante. Either way, it's cool.
That's cool. Meredith. Hi.
What's going on, Wit?
Sharon.
Speak up, woman.
What? You can't hear me again?
Timid. Seems like once you get on live, you're like... That's funny. So, so what's going on?
A whole lot.
Yeah, right on.
I got good news today.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
can go home for 3 months.
And then And then you come back for?
I have to be back by September.
For how long?
For
you gonna winter there, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, do you want to explain to people like why you're stuck in Oregon for the past since November?
Yeah, well, I'm back and forth, but I have leukemia, and so I get my oncologist is here in Oregon, and so she likes to keep me a little close to home because if it goes haywire, it happens pretty fast. So, but I got my good blood work today. It was all perfect, so I can go home.
That's awesome.
To Alaska
yeah. I'm so excited for you.
Me too. It is sit still.
Just for those 3 months, man. It's gotta be like.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Rex Hand, what's going on?
Hey.
Judy Wheeler in the house.
Hey. Tom Paul. Hey.
But yeah, guys. What else? Oh, for those of you who know, my I'm gonna adjust this camera. It's too high. My roommate, my ex-roommate, who I shall not name, but he got in touch with me and had told me that he had an encounter in Arizona, and I tried to get in touch with him, and then he finally called me. What was that? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Iron was privy to that conversation. He's not ready to come on. He's kind of, I think he wants to more forget about it. But it's, he still repeat, he told us again what happened, and it was fascinating, and the things that really convinced him, of what he was actually seeing. That was the breasts on this creature that he saw.
Yeah, he was blown away. He was completely blown away. Like that seemed to really, that was the part that I think seemed to catch him off guard the most.
Yeah.
Because he just couldn't believe that. Like he said, it was nothing like he had, imagined or had
Expected
seen.
or
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because when he said that first time, I was like, well, what did you expect?
Right. Yeah.
He goes, I don't know, something out of the movies.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well,
Yeah.
And then it was, the first time, I don't think he repeated it when we just talked to him. He had said he couldn't believe. He goes, how is it they're just out here walking around? I said, that's what they do, man. It's like he believed longer. He was into this longer than I was. I've been kind of interested for the past 3 years, but he's been, over 10 years. And getting out there, and he's always had that belief that they were there, but to actually see one, it
threw him for a loop.
Yeah,
it really did.
But he's doing good.
Yeah.
He's handling it.
Yeah.
I hope he's keeping busy. He's working hard and just really keeping really busy. And I hope it doesn't keep him out of the woods. I hope it doesn't keep him from fishing.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, he stayed the next night. I mean, that night after seeing it, he stayed there and camped by himself.
All by himself. Yeah.
So that says something.
Yeah, it says a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the way that he said, like he saw the mother and the baby, right? The younger one.
The juvenile, yeah.
Yeah, and she just kind of like tucked the little one behind her, and then they crouched down.
Squatted down and froze.
Stayed put. Didn't move.
Nope. So that's I just wanted to update you guys, so sorry I couldn't get him to come on, maybe in the future, but I'm just gonna let him, deal with it on his thing. I'm not gonna push, I'm not gonna pressure, he's a buddy of mine. And I'm just glad that he confided in me. That was meant a lot. So
yeah. Because you were the first person he called when he got out of the woods, right?
Yeah. And he was shooken up. Like you could hear it in his voice. Even you heard it 2 nights ago. It was to recount that. He doesn't tell anybody. He hasn't.
Mm-mm.
So
yeah.
7 Pearls, what's up?
Hey, girl.
Hi, Remiel. Good to see you. All right, guys. What else we got coming up? We got it's funny, all these channels, Tex, myself, this channel, and Beast of the Woods, Mark over there. Those, Sawdust Beast, excuse me. We're all celebrating like the same within a 3-week period of hitting 100 shows. Excuse me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely, but it's weird how everybody's just doing it at the same time, It was
a COVID thing.
Technically, I think we should have. Well, this channel should have hit maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I missed on the expedition. I missed this, one show, and then funny segue, but not funny. Just coincidental. The other show that I missed was I had to drive a gentleman, my dad's neighbor, a friend, to the hospital down in Phoenix that one night, and I canceled the show for that. That's that gentleman friend Jerry passed away 2 days ago from cancer. Rest in peace, Jerry. You know, you're a really good guy.
Peaceful journey.
And family, you know, prayers to your family, you know. But yeah, you know.
We lost a family member this week too.
Oh, your uncle?
My dad's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jim.
Oh, prayers to your family as well.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It is. Especially when they're just really awesome people. You know, because they don't make people like that anymore.
No.
Like that is a
No,
generation.
That's a different era.
Yeah. Like we
You
are
know.
losing a generation of just incredible human beings.
Absolutely.
Like what they have accomplished is will never be done again, really.
No. Not the significance that they of what they did.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's it's a shame, you know.
Yeah.
But we're all, you know, it makes you look at your own mortality, you know, and you know,
Appreciate
as do a lot of other things. Yeah, absolutely. You know, when I look at my dad, my dad's turning 80 this year, you know, his next birthday. That's amazing.
Yeah, my dad turned 80. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they keep going. You can't stop.
No.
You know, my dad had open heart surgery. He's, you know, he's still bouncing back from that, but hey, he's bouncing back.
That's awesome. That's really incredible.
And he had COVID at the same time.
Wow.
Recovering from open heart surgery and gets COVID. Yeah.
Wow.
But he's doing good.
Says a lot to his strength.
Yeah. Yeah. Or he's just stubborn. I don't know.
Heaven's not ready for him yet. They can only take so many of that generation at a time.
All right.
They'll be up there making things different.
Yeah, for little, there's gonna be some changes around here.
Do
Shit,
things
we
a
got
little
another one. At the back of the line. Dusty Data, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got to put the Jackie Myers. What's up?
Hey.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. For the, you know, the condolences.
Yeah.
But let's not let that ruin the night. You know, I say celebrate them.
Yeah. Honor them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who else? Hey, it's Rolla. What's up?
Right on.
Kia ora.
Linda. Hi.
Cappy, what's going on?
Oh, Mopar's in.
So yeah, let me copy this and
copy that, Roger.
Roger. And don't call me Shirley.
That's awesome.
It's that there, and the link is in chat.
Bam.
So, Pappy, if you're feeling up for it, Papa, Craig, I mean, speaking of Pappy, where the hell is Pappy Two Bears? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, you're right.
I hope he's all right. Anybody knows anything, let me know. Tom Paul, what's going on?
Right on.
Mopar Bill. How's it going, Bill? Yeah, that's odd. I haven't seen Pappy in a while.
Oh no, what's up with Daily Dan?
Off-World Adam. Welcome. Oh yeah. Where is Dan? He said he wanted to pop on tonight. I don't think I had I looked for his email address. I don't know if I ever had it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Chev. Pappy is doing good. Right on.
Oh, sorry, Dan. Hey.
What's up, Craig?
Hello. Is it working?
It's working.
Yes.
Is the microphone still too loud?
No, that's up to you on how much you want to project. I project, so my microphone's like across the room.
Right.
I have to
So,
eat mine.
how was your trip, man?
Yeah.
It was great.
Ooh.
Right on.
It was a blast. Let's see. It started out, I took off for Missoula. Let's see.
Is that where you flew into, Missoula?
Uh-huh. Scotty says I'm loud.
Scotty, if it's too loud, you're too old, dude.
How's that?
Johnny Half, how's it going, man? Matt
Oh,
Nevins,
hi.
right?
It sounds good to me.
Oh, there's Daily Dan.
Yeah.
I'll try to come on before the night is over. Do the 5. Do the 5.
Do the 5.
Okay, so I was going to go up to Spokane and down the, what's that river called? The Clark's Fork to Missoula. And when I got to this little town of Walla Walla, Washington, Google messed with me. There's several different ways to go there. But anyway, I got to go explore the Palouse for about 200 miles. Very interesting place. Very boring. One big giant wheat field. So
Sounds like Kansas. Excuse me.
So yeah, that was fun. And then I got into Spokane, and we had to stop and go traffic, and that was fun. And then I got headed across Idaho into Montana, and as I got out of Coeur d'Alene and all that other stuff, the traffic started disappearing, and then I'm on a major freeway with nobody else on it and not a very serious speed limit. So that was kind of fun. And then I got to Missoula and it started pouring, and it poured till about noonish the next day. And then Duke and I drove up in the mountains, and it was kind of neat because Duke said it was kind of like going through the Misty Mountains in Lord of the Rings. And went up into the snow and over the pass and down out of the snow, and the weather was clear. And let me tell you something, Montana can get cold. Oh my gosh, we met a couple other guys up there, and we sat up and froze all night with a giant fire. It was one of those, it was so cold, you know how it gets to where you have a hard time heating the wood up to set it on fire with the fire if you don't put on a big pile of wood.
So you're kind of drying it out before you. And I've never experienced. I mean, I've experienced cold, but I'm not. This chick, she's a freaking snow girl.
Yeah, it's hard to get the wood up to temperature to burn while it's sitting in the fire, unless you have a great big fire. If you want to make a little fire, it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Oh.
So we sat up and talked and listened, and it was dead quiet, but a very interesting night. I heard a couple of, I don't know if you call them whoops or what. They go whoop, kind of a little longer than that. And I heard two of those, and I heard that dang, and we could hear stuff moving once in a while, but mainly it was just dead silent. And Duke and I sat there and chatted while the other guys tried to go to sleep and froze. I would have been fine going to bed. I have a -10 sleeping bag and 2 down comforters. So But we wanted to stay up all night and see if something would come in and pester us. And we don't know. They might have. But it started to get light. We could see movement on the other side of the river. But that might have been birds, but there wasn't any noise. And then Duke says, "Hey, it's almost light enough to see the ground. Let's walk up the river and see if we can see any tracks in the sandbars." We started up the river. I got about 50 yards going up the river, and my legs quit working. And we were going to a place where they've seen lots of tracks. So that was weird. I mean, they just went like no strength, no nothing, wobbly, shaking.
That sounds familiar.
And I got woozy and stupid, and I just said, "Duke, we have to go back." And he just looked at me like I was crazy. I mean, we'd hardly walked anywhere. And I says, "No, my legs don't work. I got to go back right now." And went back and flopped in the chair, and I tried to eat. I ate something to see if that would help my stomach, but that didn't help. And goofed around there for a while, and it just got a little worse and worse. And I just went to bed and laid down in there, and abject terror came over me. This doesn't happen to me. I was scared to death in my tent, in my sleeping bag under my quilts. And anyway, that lasted a while, and I just fell asleep. Woke up about 1.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was weird. I was sitting there talking to Duke right after we came back, and I sitting there for a while, and I kind of scratched my head and said, "Duke, I think I just got zapped." And he goes, "Could be."
That sounds like typical Duke, man.
Yeah. And then, we goofed around a while, went out for a hike, and I messed up. We couldn't find where Duke and them were. We were trying to come together on 2 roads and meet each other and look for a whole bunch of tracks. What they found was a whole bunch of elk and moose tracks and droppings everywhere. So they must have been in an elk calving ground and a moose calving ground, and that's going on right now. So that wasn't a really safe place to be. I'd rather
No.
mess with Bigfoot than
A moose?
than Mad Mama Moose or Mad
Yeah.
Mama Elk.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wow.
And so later that evening, we went up on the hill to look for this giant X, a big X. We couldn't find it. We found a new one. That's
right on.
it's not so giant. And I'm telling you, somebody did that. Something did that. They didn't just fall together. And somewhere in there also, we went and looked for their giant teepee structure. And it's by the road, but it's really hidden. And I'm sure he'll show you a good picture of it here later on. But that thing was gigantic and had a lot of poles in it. There's just no way. I mean, I can see 3 or 4 poles all falling towards each other, but 14 or 15 of them?
No.
And
No,
then
that's purposely placed.
and then twist the top together. That was something else.
There's Duke. What's up, buddy?
Duke.
Were your ears ringing?
So, oh my gosh, I forgot what I was going to talk about.
Well, we were at the
Oh,
teepees.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we were walking around looking for tracks, and we found some really old ones that were 15, 16 inches long. I was too lazy to bend over and measure an old track, so what a snoot, huh? So anyway, we went back and sat around the campfire, and then we went up. That's when we went up and looked at the um, X and looked for the big X. And anyway, as we gave up and started walking down the hill, something back on top of the hill seemed like it made a deliberate noise. Didn't quite sound like a hoof, but I couldn't be sure. But it did it 3 times. It seemed like wood bumping into each other or something, or rocks rolling, or. And I got the distinct feeling we were being followed out of there, and we're kind of off in the direction of those calving grounds, because I think the Sasquatch were over there slurping up the afterbirth.
Cleaning up the place.
Yeah, cleaning up and perhaps eating a calf or two. But what was funny was Duke went out and put a couple of donuts out. He never feeds them, but see, I don't think Bigfoot likes me. Well, I haven't thought Bigfoot likes me ever since I thought of him. But anyway, so he put some donuts out to appease them for bringing people up they didn't like. And later on that night or in the morning, they were gone. And I heard, yeah, right when we got back, he already had the donuts out and got back. And I said, there's something right over there, because I heard that. And then the donuts were gone. And that was pretty interesting. So before we left, he left him a steak and half a hamburger and some other goodies.
Right on.
Patrick,
But so on the Sunday, and that was my last day, we went for a walk up this hill, same area, because Duke knew right where the structure was. And so we went right to it. It was gone. And then Michael went down the hill to look at this tripod structure they'd filmed a few years ago. And it was all filled in another giant teepee. And it had some logs that were close to 2 feet in diameter up there. They were all still attached to the roots and in the ground, but they had all been pushed over, and you just don't push things over that many different directions.
Not with root systems, not normally.
No. And I mean, they don't just fall over in that many different directions, but they were all pushed together on this tree. Very, very impressive too. I think the top on that one was twisted together too.
What's the height on these? Like, what was the top at?
30 feet, maybe more.
There were no cut edges on any of them and stuff like that.
Oh no, but and almost nobody would be going to this spot except for maybe a hunter. But to what purpose would they do that? No, these things have been pushed by something very strong.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that was really interesting. There's no way that was an accident.
Something that it's common in Alaska, but now the the root systems in Alaska, you know how they are up there, Papa. They're really shallow,
Right.
and so they can push those trees over, but they do that a lot. And I'm saying, like, they being hunters, natives, and a lot of the people common to the territory, and put either their game under it and hold it for a while. Like, they store stuff under those root systems, and they push them over and put them back down, and it doesn't really affect the tree that much. But that's really interesting, because I wonder if that's something that the Sasquatch do as well, is utilize
I
those
don't know.
root
Wasn't
systems for storage.
it was lodgepole pine, and it wasn't a very big root system, but still, no, you can't move them.
Right.
I've and they were all dead trees. No, there was a couple of live ones, but yeah, that was, and they weren't big enough root systems to stash anything under,
Okay.
and they weren't even tipped up, tore out of the ground. The tree was just pushed over
Wow.
at an angle from 7 or 8 different directions.
That's crazy.
That is just
Did you
insane.
get a lot of pictures?
Well, I tried, but I'm a brand new photographer and I suck. But I did get a few pictures, and I know Duke got a lot of video, and
Oh, good. Okay.
Right on.
Michael
Yeah.
got a lot of pictures, and they're good. So
Awesome. Did you have
Duke
a good
says they
time?
are known to hide kills
Yeah.
under root systems, usually by rivers.
Okay.
ah, yeah, I just didn't think these root systems were big enough on this one.
Okay. You said they
But
filmed the hell out of it too. Awesome.
but why they make those big teepee structures? I don't know. I've seen 2 of them clear back in 1973 down in the Minam River where I live, but I've never seen them anywhere else. But that was in the, how's that go? Mid shittle of nowhere, about 14 miles from the road.
Wow.
Wow.
That
So yeah,
Yeah. How long were you out there for? 2, 3 days?
let's see. We went up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday, and then drove over Lolo Pass and down the Clearwater River home. That was brutal. That was the hardest part of the whole thing. That's Clearwater River is beautiful, but I think it's about a 200-mile drive.
Whew.
Wow. Windy road.
All
Yeah,
dirt.
windy. You have to go slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's beautiful, though. You know?
Oh my goodness, they have big old cedar trees and stuff. Oh,
Richie says, how do you know it was not people who did the TP?
come on, Richie. You and me, let's get together and try and move one of those trees. Let's get 10 of us and see if we can move one of those trees. Why would we make one with a tree in the middle of it and brush all in the middle of it and in a place you can't even find? I don't know. That mainly because it was too big and hard to do. The dang poles are at least 40 feet long, and no stinking reason for people to make them on the first one. And the second one, why there? And I don't know. Maybe we could come along some trees together, but there's just nobody up there doing that stuff.
I think you would see marks, if somebody did that.
There would be evidence of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. No marks.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, because like bushcrafters and stuff and survivalists that go way out, and like military who train, those guys go way out there and do all sorts of crazy, crazy things that you were like, what? Well, but that is rather specific. Like, they're not doing things like that where they're going to be, obvious structures. Those are
Right.
Sharon's got a question. Could it be possible that the teepees are connected to a spiritual side of Bigfoot?
Good question.
Sharon, you know more about that than I do, but I've been wondering that. What
Yeah.
what other purpose could it be than some kind of maybe a monument or
Ceremony.
ceremonial structure? Or I think so. The big X's were probably keep out of here, bonehead. And then Papa went right on in.
Is that that's when you got zapped?
No, I got zapped on the after
The day
the
before.
daylight on the first night.
Okay.
Daylight on the, what would that be? Friday morning.
Oh, okay.
And as we got more people show up, it seemed like and as the days passed, it seemed like the activity went away. Because let's see, I think I got up early on Saturday morning, and the robins were singing and flying around and flitting around, and the squirrels are out, And the 2 days before that were silent. Nothing was out. Oh, except for right after I went to bed on that first morning, night, whatever, Duke's pet deer come walking into camp and said hi to him. Whatever, they come in. He's figured they come in to get by humans and be safe. That's just like what the deer do in our town to get away from the wolves. They come in here and live.
Oh yeah.
And
and you know damn well deer know when hunting season is.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got a couple of vantage points where they can sneak up and hide in a hole or behind a rock or a hump and watch us, and we can't see them. And that's where all the noises were coming, was from a couple of those places. And we were headed towards one going up the river when I got zapped.
Richie says, "What do you mean by zap?"
I have no idea. I'll say it again, what happened to me. I don't know how they do it. Some people say infrasound, some people say electromagnetic pulse type thing.
Huh.
Well, we all have electricity running through us if they got some control over that. Our cells all in between the synapses are all an electromagnetic pulse going through us. So I don't know. I don't know what to think, but my legs went wobbly all of a sudden. I mean, like I was about to drop down to the ground, and if I'd have been far away, I would have just sat down and rested. But I staggered back to camp, and the dang things just wouldn't work. I thought I was going to fall down and break my face on something. Oh, that was the first thing I did at camp, was show my natural agility, was trip over the death stump and go flying flat on the ground in the dark.
Sorry to laugh, but
yeah, it was funny as hell. Not at the time, but it's.
I got Nature Spirit is backstage. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, hon, just sit back there for a couple more minutes, and we'll bring you out a little bit. I just want to have Craig finish telling his story.
Yeah, I'm just about done. It was pretty. It was the legs buckling and not work, and being sick, a little bit woozy and confused, and then really scared. That's what it was like. That's how I knew I was zapped, because it's also happened to me over here.
And how long from the time, like when from the time that you felt your legs were going to the time that you got scared, what was the time frame there?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Okay. So no, that was okay.
But I was too freaked out about what's going on with my legs. I was trying to figure out, wow, did I've got a little back problems. Did I tweak a nerve and they're not going to work. Usually if you do that, it hurts like crazy. So yeah, and it's happened to me a couple other times when I try and go pick mushrooms in this one canyon where they don't like me. I know they don't like me. They push trees over at me. They didn't do that in Montana, but
I don't think it's personal. I just think you're human.
Well, it might be because I think they got kids in this place. I go in there, who's that clown walking in our yard today? Who's on our property, right? He didn't leave us a single mushroom, butthead, that kind of stuff. And he just messed up our elk hunt and went and walked up to one of our kids. I'm going to go yell at him. But when I try and go in there in July to pick these boletes, my grandson and I went in there once and we just both got dropped. We just had to sit right down and go. Grandson says, "Pop, I got to go back. I don't feel good." And I says, "Neither do I. Let's go back."
Wow.
And a couple more times when I've tried to go in there alone, same thing, right at the same place, just dropped and sit down, rest for a while. And once I make up my mind, I'm going back and I can, but not very energetic.
Wow. And it's not fatigue. It's definitely
wasn't fatigue at all.
Well, considering two people were affected at the same
Right.
time in the same spot, I
Exactly.
mean, that's
It's not fatigue.
No, and it just drops you. Just
Yeah.
like I sat down before I fell down.
And it wasn't like, you don't have that narrowing in, like none of that. It was something completely different. Like,
Right.
right. Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, what? I don't know.
What is going on? Just didn't feel quite right. Now that terror, do you find that odd? Because the same semi thing happened to me where I fell asleep somehow, terrified.
Right. Right.
Like, how does that happen?
I don't know.
Out. Like completely
just out, cold, gone.
Yeah. Huh. And there was no activity or anything during the night. Did you guys record anything at night?
No.
Okay.
I was going to buy a recorder, but I forgot to order it online, and then they didn't have any at the store.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a blast. There was
that is awesome.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
You're safe and you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, and there was good people, a jillion experiences to listen to, and
that's the best part.
Yeah.
Right. That really is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's neat country. Montana is really cool.
Oh, yeah, I love Montana.
Met people who knew where it was. I had Oregon plates, so one guy, we're driving by their camp, and he came out. And
Jackie Myers.
Oh,
sorry. Papa, have you had a face-to-face look of Bigfoot where you camp, or at Bigfoot where you camp?
No, not where we were in Montana, and I've never had maybe I've had a face-to-face look. Duke says, quit doubting it, because I walked right by a guy in a ghillie suit that had a dark face, and I thought, that's funny, because the ghillie suit looked like, have I told you guys that story before? We were heading up the hill to go hunting in 1982, and we got drove up a dirty, rotten road 4 miles and got out and started hiking up the hill, and about 30 yards in front of me, this guy in camo appeared. And for some reason, I got really intimidated and almost forced to take a left and do a switchback. And as I'm doing that switchback, I was kind of mad at him because there shouldn't be anybody in my secret hunting spot, and I didn't see him at like 80 yards, like I usually see people in camo. And I got madder and says, "Oh hell, Will and I can take him. I'm going switch back the other way straight at him." And when I got up close to him, I noticed that the camo was a ghillie suit, and it had the most interesting fibers. They were like hair. I thought it was, rope that had been combed out, but it was yellow, grass colored on the outside, and then shorter, long yellow hair, shorter brown hair, and really short black hair under that. But it wasn't all the same. I mean, if you stood back, it could look like camo. But this guy would not look at me. He was complete, or either of us. He's just sat with his head down like that. But I noticed his face was painted. Well, we use black paint and make stripes, and green paint and make stripes. And I wondered how he mixed that paint up to make a charcoal gray face. And he did it so well, he didn't even have those white circles around his eyes. So I thought, man, that's a bang up job of painting, and I got to figure out how to get a ghillie suit like that. That's the best thing I've ever seen. And he was, squatted by a tree, sitting on his feet with his hands in his lap, hidden under his legs, because his knees are up by his chin. And I didn't stop. I was going to stop and say, "Hey, where are you hunting? Where's your stuff? You got people out here?" It's a polite thing to do. We'll get out of your way. And then I noticed his build, and it was like, well, this guy could easily whip both Will and I, so we're out of here. And Will just ignored him and walked right up the hill, but that was a face-to-face look if I've had one. He was very hostile. I remember thinking, nobody likes this guy. Nobody could possibly like this guy. And he wasn't, horribly ugly, and it was, he was, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 feet tall at the most, but probably about 6 feet tall. And
when you say hostile, was it just the feeling you got from him and the
a really, really strong feeling? If you talk to me, there will be violence.
Oh, interesting.
Because I was mad at him for being there. I figured he'd be mad at me for being there.
Jenny Metz wants to know, Papa C, have you had any men in black showing up where you live?
No, we're too little.
Too insignificant.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen any, but I'm watching.
Right on. And I'm going to bring Nature
There
Spirit
she
Pro
is.
Hiker. What's happening?
Hey.
Busted!
Surprise.
I just pulled my hair down. I was like, oh my God. That's my luck. I get caught at the wrong time for everything.
Yeah. It's all right.
That's all right. I do that too, really well. Ooh.
Linda Bennett. Hello.
Guacamole.
Daniel Lundy. Nice to see you.
Guac?
Well.
Yep.
Okay.
I was listening to your story, Papa. And
Pardon?
those tree structures, those teepee structures are real, because like last time I was on here, I was saying we used to make forts out in the woods when me and my brothers were little, and we found a couple of those teepee structures, and we just were like cool, and we just put like leaves around them, and we went in there and made our own, fort out.
They turned them into forts.
Yeah, we turned it into a fort. We didn't know.
Right.
And that's a true story too. That's why I was like, whenever I first started hearing about the teepee structures, it didn't hit me until the other day. You know what? We used to play in those things.
And even Lynn made a comment that they're not a survival structure. Like that's not.
Oh
something-
no.
Yeah, they're not. Survivalists make things that are
They
compact.
probably just
tight.
use them to sleep in if it's raining or something. I don't know.
These were so big, I don't know if they make a tarp, except for
Oh.
maybe a yacht or something that you could.
Super
Actually
solid.
cover it with.
My dad probably has a tarp that'll cover it.
In Alaska,
That's
they
true.
would need a big house.
Oh yeah.
You need a really big sail of a sailboat.
Yeah, and then how do you get it up there?
Right. Who's gonna
Duke
pass
asked me.
that?
Duke asked me how that one could have been made, and I says, "Oh, helicopter."
Yeah.
And then you're back to why.
Why? Yes.
Right.
What for? Just to freak us out because we're the only ones that ever go visit it.
Soda's Beast, what's up? How's it going, Mark? Toby? Katie?
That's another thing, Papa. I was not, I'm not scared. Like you know how like people are scared to go in the woods and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I
think we
do.
lost her.
Oh, poo. There she is.
You're coming in broken up,
Yeah.
Soul Hiker. You keep freezing up. So anyway, yeah, I'm not afraid. We couldn't take Nana on this trip because
Maybe.
Iron Dogger said hi, Nana.
Say hi, old Iron Dogger.
She hears you.
So now she can say, "I told you so."
Right. Because Nana is the Sasquatch magnet, and they don't like me.
Because you didn't believe her for so long.
Well, that's probably it. That is probably it.
Nana didn't get to go because her had boys to watch.
Nana had boys to watch, and she didn't give them 30 days notice, and we were going to go in July, and a bunch of people canceled, so we needed more people. Anyway,
We'll
Yeah.
do one, Nana.
we would have had them sitting down by the campfire with us if she was there.
Yeah.
Duke says when they bring a lot of people that are Sasquatch magnets,
You
that
think Sasquatch likes ice cream?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
I wouldn't doubt it. They like donuts, especially apple fritters.
Ooh, who doesn't like apple?
Oh yeah, I bet
fritters?
that. I bet
You know what? That's when I go to get donuts. I don't get donuts. I get fritters.
Is that?
Yeah.
It's a toss-up between them and maple bars, I tell you.
Ooh, yummy.
Not
I
familiar
like the
with.
bear claws.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Good choice too.
I'm not allowed to have any of those.
Patrick Vaughn, how are you, sir?
It's funny. I almost picked some up tonight from that Voodoo Donut.
Patrick Vaughn
Aw.
says, Iron Dog definitely adds beauty to the show.
Oh, Patrick, I hope I don't cancel all that out.
So, Papa, I was going to ask you this. I think it's Southern California Forest Ninjas.
Oh yeah, SoCal Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, yeah.
He wears a guard for his beard because there's out of respect.
Right. It's
Do you
just.
think maybe something like that might be happening with you? With
I
that
don't
Austin?
know. He said he wears the cover over his beard because he found out that Corda does it's considered a sign of disrespect for a young guy, young person, young Squatch to wear a beard. In their culture, it's not nice to wear a beard when you're young.
How?
So I'm
It's not like
70.
they
I
shave.
Yeah,
I
like
figure,
Maybe they do.
but
I doubt it.
huh.
yeah, they might
Interesting.
speak with a friend of his from I think Arkansas Bigfoot. And so yeah, Duke's got a friend like that. I think we got a friend like that in Chatter maybe or something. And anyway, yeah, they told her Sasquatch don't like me. Here's the best I can figure out why. I go
That's so
into a
funny.
place where their kids live, where the kids are at the time they're there. I mess up their elk hunts and I pick all their mushrooms. Don't leave them any.
You're not making friends fast now, are you?
Does that piss me off? You come
Well,
into
it's,
my
it's kind of amusing. You know, it's not amusing. It's a typical white man thing, and I'll explain. The Sioux Indians called the white man Wachishima, something
right,
similar to that. I might have pronounced it, but what it means is takes the fat.
right, right. I had a really good friend who was half Sioux, and he taught me all that stuff. But dang it, they were paying $10 a pound for those beliefs.
Did your friend ever call you Kola?
No, he didn't speak it real well. We just talked English. But I was a total failure at being a Sioux because probably the Swedish part or something. You know, that goes, you can always tell a Swede, but you can't tell him much.
That's awesome. So would you do it again, Papa?
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to apologize and figure out how to be safe out in the woods because I like the woods. And it cracked me up last time Nana and I went out. I went, you know, should we, she saw one standing in the middle of the road 70 yards away, looking real, 60, 70. She's looking real careful at the chest. I didn't see any breasts, Papa. And then I saw the thing walking off through the trees.
Wow.
So yeah, I got to see one 3-4 weeks ago. And I asked Nana, you want to get out of here right now? You want to go? White man trickery. But yeah, and us,
Right.
Nana was there, and they seemed real friendly. They even kept time to the country music.
Linda has a good comment.
I have to screw. Oh. Papa, give them a gift of tobacco or apples, etc. Let them know you're not there to hurt them.
I shall do that.
That's
I shall
really
do that. Because if I got apple fritters, they wouldn't make it.
Tobacco is a good offering on all levels. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I've heard that about tobacco.
Oh no! I've got to take
Papa?
my meds.
Time for
Yeah,
your
that's
meds,
my.
Papa.
Okay, but I think Mr. 3PO wants me to. Oh no, I messed up.
So Bigfoot Anon, are you saying to gift the goods? Was that? Am I reading his comment correctly?
I didn't get there yet.
Okay.
Okay, now I gotta find it.
couldn't deal with it any longer.
There you go.
I'm sorry it took me so long to mute that, guys.
I have no control.
Bob Van Buren, what's happening, man?
Hey.
So Bigfoot and I, what was the question here? What were you trying to figure out?
I was wondering if Bigfoot Anon was asking because he just made some comments, if those were for the gifting
Marijuana
and
too.
mushrooms.
Mushroom. Well, if you're gonna gift, just don't take them. That's that was one of their issues. He thinks is that they're taking his mushrooms. Let me unmute him real quick.
Hey.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
All right.
Bismarcky Paul.
And I think even more than that, we usually, go in and get an elk, and we never ask. We're not polite about it. They even had to steal one back once. And that is pretty creepy, walking up to an elk's deathbed that died right there. Your dog won't track it anymore. And, you followed a big wide blood trail there, and the dog won't track it anymore. And you can see where his legs kicked on the ground and stuff. And it's gone. And my son still says there's no way that a Sasquatch stole it. They're not that big. It was like a 600-pound, 700-pound elk. It's a big bull elk. And well, what? We just suck at tracking? Yeah. So that's the new.
You found where it died. I mean, there's no more tracking.
Right. Even though I've been doing it since 1968 and he's been doing it for 20 years, we suck at tracking. That's all we can figure.
All of a sudden, epic fail.
But since then, he was sitting out camp this year in one of our mushroom spots and sitting on the hillside with his girlfriend, and they heard tree knocks. Something was beating on a tree, and he wandered over there to see what was doing it, and there's nothing there.
Interesting.
So that was interesting that he's like, oh, something beats on trees out here.
Yeah. Daniel Lundy asked if you think that they like the cologne. Do you think there's certain scents? Yeah.
I have no idea, Daniel. I don't know hardly anything about these. I'm like 16 months into just believing they exist. Only because Nana got to stare one right in the face from 6 inches away. Have you ever seen a little old lady jump 2 feet high from a laying position and land 6 feet down on the floor, spin around and look out the front window? She said the whole front of the pickup of the camp motorhome was covered with hair.
Wow.
Or at least the center section that she could see,
Where it had peered in.
It was still peering in the window. I was looking down at her, going, "Are you okay? What the heck's going on?" And he's still looking in the window, and I'm facing the wrong way.
And she was in
Sure,
shock. Speak.
Yeah. Yeah, she was down there shaking, and I asked her, and she wouldn't tell me. I mean,
yeah.
the next morning, it was like, "Papa, when you get your cup of coffee, would you go out there and look at those cherry tree limbs, the cherry tree leaves, and see if any of them are situated such that they would look like Bigfoot eyes in the moonlight," because it was a full moon. And I went out there and went, "Nana, which tree?" She goes, "The one touching the front window." I said, "Nana, there's no tree for 40, 50 yards out there. There's no tree till you get across the creek." All right. I'm all by myself.
Oh, you got the show. It's all you, Papa.
It's all me. You can hear me. Hello, world.
Playing with buttons again. Sorry.
Did you push the red button?
No. No. It's usually the X up in the corner I accidentally push. But the red one ends the broadcast, so I ain't touching that one.
Okay, Nature Spirit's trying to talk to us.
Oh, she's muted.
Why? It didn't show me as muted. Why is it taking so
muted.
long? I'm trying to unmute. Calm down. There we go. Yes.
Yeah,
Right
can
now.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
And there it goes again. Hold on one second. It's some sort of delay. I don't know why it's doing this. That's weird. It should click
is
on in a
weird.
second. Hold on.
Just
Oh, what the hell?
do.
We're trying.
Now I'm not touching
There.
it. You're
Don't
good.
touch
You're good.
You're on
Yeah.
now.
Oh, she's got a
I
delay.
don't have anything to do with the camera.
Right, Catherine? Hit the easy button
Works every time.
every time, like a charm.
Oh.
So what was I missed what Ruger says Old Spices won't bring him in.
Yeah,
Ruger,
that's what my
you're,
dad
you're
was.
probably right.
Your dad was an Old Spice man?
Mm-hmm.
My dad too. Growing up, that was like the easiest Father's Day gift you get.
That the little brush thing for shaving.
Yeah. So you're laughing because you got your dad one too.
Mm-hmm.
Nature Spirit, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Nature Spirit.
Oh.
I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
She must have hit the red button.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Lee, 3PO. I heard you were talking with somebody else, Derek. Derek wants to come on next Tuesday. Are we going to get you on there, buddy, or what?
Ooh.
Mr. Lee, 3PO. For the 100th show.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We would be so honored.
And
The internet would crash, probably.
You got to understand that, Lee. It's not. No, don't. We're not putting you on the spot. It's like we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
All right, and there are a lot of people here that would love to hear from you. So I'm hoping that you'll. He's like, fuck no.
Like you're on your own, y'all.
Tear that frigging script up.
Right. Watch he's really Les Stroud or someone like that.
No.
Right. Well, somebody thought he might be Lockbeard's alter ego.
No, he's just
Lockbeard's alter ego. There's a timeline thing, right? Wasn't there a thing about yeah.
I'm hitting my mic with my cup. Sorry, guys.
It's you, not me.
What, rolling over the microphone cord?
Yeah. So, Papa,
yeah.
you won that trip. Over to see Duke, right? That's so awesome. That's really awesome. You actually got to go and experience that. And
right.
And CD Squatcher, she won the trip to go down to Brown Springs with Tex. And she's going in October. And actually, Mark Newbill is going down to join her.
Lucky.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
I thought I told Tex not to go back there. I think everybody told Tex not to go back there.
No,
Alone.
they told them don't go back
Can't go
alone.
alone. Yeah.
I told him to just plain don't go back there. But you know how it is.
That'd
Too
be
many
too hard
tigers.
for him to resist. Isn't he kind
Yeah,
of drawn to that area?
Huh?
Isn't he like drawn to that area?
Well, they've been researching that area for a long time between him and if you go back to when he was with another researcher, they used to go back. I'm just not going to mention names,
Okay.
but yeah, he's been going there for a long time.
Okay. That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if there's stuff showing up there, that's the best thing to do is go there. Because
Well, yeah, I think you should, instead of like just going into a certain section of woods and hoping you see one, find out where they haven't been seen and go there. Exactly. It's like,
right. The only way I know anything around here is I've had weird experiences over the last 50 years. So, and I'm sitting there after Nana saw one, I'm going, I've had some weird things happen. And if Nana saw one, they're real. And so, yeah, so going back over that, I remembered all these places where it happened. And Nana says, I want to see another one. Well, I might have a good place to camp right now. And we weren't there, but we just got camp set up and starting to build a fire. And there it was, step out in the road. That was funny. She goes, I couldn't see any breasts. I looked really hard and I couldn't see any breasts. And I couldn't see any junk because he was hiding behind the berm.
Oh, bless her soul. So sweet.
And then I saw it walk off through the trees. And she
and here's something interesting is my ex-roommate, when he described it, and this is something for future, what to look for. He described it as something out of a National Geographic, where the old National Geographic, where there's a tribe in Africa where the breasts are flat and to the side, like that's how he described it, and that's what freaked him out.
Right.
So, it was that was his. We talked about it earlier. That's what convinced him of what he was seeing.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't walking it. I keep forgetting to tell you this. He wasn't walking when I first saw him. I thought there was two things moving there because it's spread apart like that. And then I realized that was his legs and looked up at the rest. It was kind of angling at me, so he's only 40 yards away when I'm looking at him. And oh my, that's big. And I go, Nana, if you want to leave, we can just take off right now. We didn't have to pack anything. We can just run for it. She goes, no, I'm not scared. I don't get a feeling of fear from that thing.
Mr. Joe Pat.
Hi, cowboy.
Howdy, cowboy.
I just had to come on just so I could be with Papa Craig.
Yay.
Hello.
Welcome.
How's it going, y'all?
Good. I've been gone for a while. You find any Bigfoots on your expeditions yet?
Not yet.
I gotta address something real quick. Hold on, it's in chat. Mr. Lee 3PO. Here's some incentive. Paul says, Mogs, I'd quit drinking if Lee 3 comes on.
Wow.
I'll drink to that.
That says a lot there.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Awesome. Best response.
Oh shit.
I gotta go have a beer with Paul before Mr. Lee comes on there.
Too late.
Oh, I ain't got nothing to worry about, really.
I have a feeling that
Got a
Paul's
while.
drinking career is safe. Sandy
Yeah.
Clement, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Big Rob, what's up?
Hey, Big Rob.
Hi, Rob.
So what's new with you, Joe?
Nothing, just getting over dehydration.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
My last video, I got out there and down in Nacogdoches, and I was about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away from the truck, and man, it hit me. I stopped sweating and got dizzy and shit like that, and had to sit down. And after a while, I finally found my way back to the truck, and we stayed there for overnight, and we just hightailed it out of there. We planned on staying there 3 days, but I had to get back. I wasn't feeling it.
Wow.
Maybe you guys are just getting too old for this shit.
That's true. But
Probably.
somebody told me somebody told me I should drink water before I go out in the woods with a 106-degree heat index.
Yeah, that's usually a good idea.
Yeah. Sandy.
And keep drinking it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So my video that comes out tomorrow is only 2 parts, and like I said, because we had planned on going out there for 3 days and spend the night out there.
Just you got and this is just common sense, guys. To everybody out there who's listening, go prepared. At least bring water. Don't
I had
go out there.
an ice chest full of water. Just didn't take it with me.
Yeah, be safe out there.
If it's really hot, I just throw a gallon jug in my day pack, and it's more important than food.
And
Well, I think-
what is it? 6 pounds or whatever, extra weight.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the last time I go out this summer for any length of time. I might make some short ones, but I'm just not going to do that anymore because that was just wasn't worth it.
No.
Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a couple of days to get back.
Lundquist says, I'm a big hiker and had the intuition, gut feeling something terrible, evil nearby in a specific area for most of a summer. Complete 180. You have to tell us more about that, Catherine.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't just pique our curiosity and
Like tickle.
Teaser.
Catherine, I got a few places like that.
Wow.
It's just either that or I don't feel welcome there, whatever. I feel weird. It's not always, but sometimes it's just really bad and I just leave.
Yeah, Catherine says trust your gut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brenda Hawkins, how are you?
when I was down at Lake Hugo, I got that feeling, and I got the hell out of there. I don't know what it was, but something was telling me that I'm not safe there.
Wow.
I left quickly.
And it's
I
like
even
a
had my
whole
pistol on me
body.
too. I had my pistol on me too, and I still left.
That says a lot. I mean, it says a lot because there's, like when hunters and people that are comfortable in the woods leave because they just don't feel comfortable. That's abnormal. Like your normal forest creatures don't elicit that response from people usually,
Right.
not hunters.
And there wasn't no birds singing or nothing like that. So,
Oh,
that's a pretty good sign to me. Something's going on there. That I'm in the wrong place.
yeah.
Usually when it gets real quiet is when it's
Something wrong
going
there.
on.
Yeah. And the air is thick. Like you can almost just taste the tents.
Right. Right. The air gets thick. I keep forgetting that one. Hard to breathe or something. It just air feels real thick and
Real dense.
The next trip I think I got planned is with Old Bears Den and Wayne and Jasper from Animal Research and Janice Carter and several others going to be up there someplace in Georgia. I'm not sure where it is yet, but we're going up there in October. But Wayne tells me now that it might be November because there's some kind of festival going on in October. So we're going up there and spend 3 or 4 days up there with Old Bear and them.
Oh, awesome.
Very cool.
And Janice Carter.
Yeah.
And where is that?
It's North Georgia, almost the Tennessee line somewhere. I don't know the directions, but it says up in North Georgia, up in the mountains. They're renting a campground down there and everything. And they had made a video down there. I'm not sure. I think it was last year, and they said they got ran out of it by a Bigfoot. Or they think it was a Bigfoot. They got ran out of there. They're gonna go back, and they invited me to come up there. So me and my wife are going up there.
yeah, bring the wife. That'll make peace.
I think I can outrun her too.
I'll have to find out more about that.
I'll put my money on the wife.
Yeah, because I got 2 bad knees, so I can't run at all. But I can sure trip her.
Well,
I'm not going to do that. Don't get mad.
I know.
we're kind of
I know you're
ruthless.
playing.
We're kind of
All right.
ruth. Oh,
No, go ahead. Megan Richardson says, hey, Mogs, long time no see, pun intended, kind of like Sasquatch. So how is Wisconsin treating you? Is the fishing okay? The fishing is awesome in Wisconsin, I have to say that. However, I'm in Florida. Thanks for asking. And it's good to see you, Megan.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I know where you've been.
It's been a while. Wow.
You've been missed.
Yes. Very much so.
fishing's good in Montana too.
Yeah.
I didn't do any, but I was armed with a pole. They're kind of more ruthless in Montana about it. They'll just kneecap you so that you're the last. Just shoot you in the leg, shoot you in the leg and run.
Well, you save a lot of bullets. Wonder Woman, what's up? How are you, Kathy?
I think it was Mark Newell or maybe it was Larry that said he doesn't have to be the fastest one to do it, just faster than the slowest.
Yeah, actually, I'm going. When is it? July. Coming up in like 3 weeks, little over 3 weeks. There's something going on in Lakeland, Florida. It's a Bigfoot thing. What do you call them?
Conference?
Conference. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to shoot up to that in July in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Dorothy.
I'm pretty interested. I'm really curious. I've never been to anything like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, well, this thing up in Georgia up there, everybody's welcome to come up there.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get in touch with Ralph, and that would be cool.
And he said that I was cooking because I showed him some Cajun shrimp and sausage pasta the other day. He said,
Yeah.
I'm going to be the cook.
That was the same night I made the jambalaya.
Yeah. So I got
Actually, that was last night.
Who knows if I cook like that, I'll get Larry over it. That'd be all right. I like to see Larry.
Dorothy Lang, welcome.
Hi, Dorothy.
You're not invisible, hon. You're right there.
We see you.
Now everybody
Oh.
fucking sees you. No.
Hi, Dorothy.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
You're not invisible.
Mm.
That just
CD
moves so
Squatcher.
fast sometimes you can't see everybody.
CD Squatcher, where did that just go? I just saw the. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Mogs, I look forward to meeting you at the beach. Oh, right on. Very cool.
Yeah,
And
if it wasn't so far away, I'd like to meet all you guys, but
yeah, it's a
That'd be
haul.
awesome.
How y'all like my new backdrop? Is that cool?
I
I'm
love
digging
it.
that.
I love it.
Awesome.
Got a Bigfoot back there somewhere.
Yeah.
Is he hiding in there?
He's
Someone.
sticking behind a tree over here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that looks
Someone
like
said.
that looks like the woods down here in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Oregon too. Someone said that Blue the bear should be coming up behind you.
I mean, that's not a backdrop. I was sitting out in the woods. Sorry.
Mowgli's up on a limb somewhere.
Yeah, that does look like a coast.
Scottish.
Ida says, "Cool backdrop, Joe."
Yeah.
Thank you, Ida. Love you.
Need a red Sharpie.
Yeah. Draw me up Bigfoot back there and all circle around him.
What's up, Lewis? Okay, Megan's got one more question for us. Let's see. Last question, Mogs. Did you help Johnny Cash write the song "I've Been Everywhere, Man"?
I've
No.
been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
Cross the
Song in
desert
my head.
spare.
It's funny. I thought about that today. I started in the Northeast, went to the Southwest. Now I'm in the Southeast. The only place I haven't been is the Northwest. I've been.
I'm not going
I lived in
northwest.
Wisconsin.
I'm not going northwest next week. I'm going up to Mount Rushmore though. That's north.
Ooh,
Nice.
awesome.
Me and
Right.
Rob just going to take a
Good
vacation.
recovery.
But I will be filming, and if I camp anywhere, I will do a Bigfoot video or search. Who knows? I might see one. Hopefully, see Bigfoot's.
Enjoy. It sounds like a good trip. I've never been up
Yeah.
there to the
It
coast.
says it's 17 hours from where I'm at, but that's probably driving straight through without stopping for gas or eating or tea
Sure.
breaks or whatever. We're leaving out Monday at about 5:30. I can watch my grandkids all day till the parents get home.
Mark said there was an Australian version of that song too.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, really?
Mark's my buddy.
Oh, the going through. Oh yeah, because Yorda.
Jake Happy was missing him.
I didn't even realize Yoda wasn't there.
Oh, really? CD Squatcher's heading out to Beachfoot in Oregon.
Oh, right on.
If there's any people between Texas and South Dakota, meet up somewhere and say howdy.
And when are you leaving?
Ooh.
Monday. If the good Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll probably
There's a southern statement.
Right.
Good Lord willing, the creeks don't rise.
Well, yeah, because growing up hearing that statement, I literally thought it meant creeks as in bodies of water, and it was referring to the Indian nation,
Right.
or excuse me, Native American nation.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Creek Nation up in Oklahoma.
they didn't. They said, God willing, it was at a time when
It's 8:30 p.m.
Okay, that's me. I gotta go find Nana's phone.
All right, man. I'm gonna put you on mute.
Papa Craig. Nice
He's
seeing you,
not.
buddy.
He's just gonna look for the phone. Yeah, it was weird. It was they I don't know what the time period was, like the whole creek uprising. And that was what it was. It was God willing, and the creeks don't rise, meaning they don't rise up in rebellion against whatever at the time.
And I believe we're going through the Creek Nation and through Oklahoma. I believe that's where the creeks were.
Oh, okay. So Mark says Jeff Mack wrote the song in 1959 and made popular by Lucky Star in 1962.
Lucky Star, wasn't that by Madonna? Didn't she do a remake of that?
She did the song named Lucky Star, but the band was named Lucky Star.
That's impressive, Joe.
That was funny.
I used to be a DJ, so I know all that music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I was a DJ in a country bar, and while the bands, they always played, mostly country. So when they took a break and I was DJing, I'd play all that other stuff.
Oh, fun.
Motown, and I love Motown. I love the Motown sound.
Oh, me too. Oh, that's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And I do it because everybody would get drunk and they get out there and dance, When they got drunk, they get out there and dance. So.
Yeah. Well, we know who's DJing the get-togethers.
I don't know too much of the new stuff though. I know that I don't know if you heard the group BTS. My
Yeah.
wife is crazy about them, the Korean band.
Mhm.
My wife's crazy about them.
Never heard of it.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they got
They
2 or 3 songs that are in English, but the rest of them are in Korean. But
Still
they're
good.
pretty good bands.
Yeah.
Or not just a band, they just do a lot of dancing and singing, and there's like 8 or 9 of them, something like that.
Mhm.
But you've heard of Iron Daughter, BTS?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I have him.
Who?
There we go.
Oh, sorry, Papa.
That's all right. I was listening.
You're right, Patrick.
So, man, I didn't
Ron
realize.
says, alcohol helping people dance for centuries.
On my lips. I did a lot of dancing on my lips.
It's funny. That's one thing I was never a dancer. Like I couldn't go into like a country western bar and line dance and people would come up, oh, dance with me. I'm like, no. I felt bad, but no. It's like I'll get up on stage and sing before I will go out and dance. Well, strange.
When I first met my wife, she said that if she wanted me to date me, I'd have to learn how to dance, and I did. She said she wouldn't date somebody that didn't know how to dance.
So you're a dancing fool now, huh?
3-step and country dance, that's it. Unless I get enough tequila in me, then I'll moonwalk
It's
across
a
the
3.5 step.
I'll start moonwalking across the dance floor.
In cowboy boots.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's really cool. Joe the DJ.
Did you? Did y'all
you guys
hear
in chat? If you have any questions, please put them in caps. They're easier to see. And I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. This is awesome. And
Yeah.
Craig, I'm so glad that you shared your story with us. Your adventures with Duke.
Yeah, Craig's good.
Yeah, that was a blast. These young guys took me hiking up the hill, and at first they were thinking, "Uh-oh, this old guy's going to be trouble. We're going to have to wait and wait and wait." And then I got so I could keep up, and kept up good and did good. And what was their compliment? Good job, old man. just not used to getting called that. First time I ran into some archery hunters in the woods a while back, out in the middle of nowhere. They were from Pennsylvania. Them young guys that train all year and look up some godforsaken hellhole in the on the map. And so anyway, they found me and, hello, old timer. I went, where?
You have me mistaken with someone else. I'm sorry.
We didn't think we were going to.
I walked up on a guy in a deer stand once, and he didn't look too happy, but he told me I was number one and told me how to get out of there. He pointed with one finger.
He pointed, huh?
He pointed with one finger and told me that way's the exit.
Good. So that wasn't for the horse you rode in on?
I said, okay, I'm out of here. Because he had a gun and I didn't. So. And I should know better to go out in the woods in deer season. But
Wearing antlers and a furry coat. Yeah, no, that's not good.
Oh, there's a couple good questions here from Lewis and Mr. 3. Yeah.
Mr. Lee 3PO, Papa Craig ever had a near-death experience?
Yes. In 2001, I was out chukar hunting, out far away from anywhere, and I had a heart attack. I was climbing up the hill, and I told my hunting partner, hey, Jeff, I gotta sit down and rest for a minute. And he goes, what, are you having a heart attack? And I says, and I laughed, and I said, you know what's funny? I think I am. He goes, well, does your arm hurt? And I go, yeah, both of them, and my jaw. And he goes, well, shall we go back to the hospital? And I says, no, let's hunt out the hillside. Can't be a heart attack. I'm 49. Something like that, yeah. And, it was early in the year. And so we finished out the hillside. He got a limit of 8, and I missed a limit of 8, maybe got 2. And we headed back down to the truck, and it got worse and worse. And I said, you drive, go for the hospital fast, go to Baker. And we stopped in this little town of Durkee to get some aspirin because I had just seen the commercial about chewing up some aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
And right after I chewed up the aspirin, I keeled over. I was riding in the passenger seat, but I was kicking like a deer dying. And then I keeled over for a sec, and I saw my grandma shove me back. And man, they were having a blast over there, though. Hi, Minnie. So anyway, yeah.
Someone's messing with your coffee.
I popped right back up. I popped right back up and looked over and said, Jeff, the aspirin worked. Because I think it worked just in time. I think I probably would not have come around if it wasn't for that aspirin.
Well, doesn't the aspirin, it thins your blood, doesn't it?
It coats your red blood cells so they quit clotting.
Oh, okay.
And then makes them slippery and go through the arteries better.
I'm going to be carrying the aspirin from now on.
No, not at all. Then he almost.
What?
All right. There's a lot of noise in the background, Craig.
Okay.
Everything you're saying, we can,
Everybody in the world can hear what you're saying. I ain't kidding you.
Got all the dirt.
They're getting all the dirt. See this thing right here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
These are my granddaughters.
Awesome.
Awesome. Oh, hey.
Love you, Papa.
Love you.
Horrible.
And Minnie says bye.
World famous now.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
I have a bunch of
Aw.
granddaughters, a bunch of them, like 7 or 8.
Lewis,
Sweet.
Lewis wants to know: have any of the guests seen or heard about the six-fingered and
You
six-toed
have 7
sabe?
granddaughters and 8 grandsons.
Oh wow!
Sorry,
Congratulations.
didn't mean to interrupt.
I haven't heard of it.
What?
Hi Nana.
Hi, Nana.
Hi Nana. There she is.
I knew a guy when I was a kid. He had webbed fingers and webbed toes.
He had what?
He had webbed fingers and webbed toes.
My dad has webbed toes, and my sister between two toes.
Wow.
One of my sisters.
Where'd that
And when I was a
question
kid,
go?
I thought that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like,
This
what
one?
the hell?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
The
heard
sabe.
about it.
I've heard of the sabe, but I didn't know it was a six-fingered, six-toed creature. Actually, I think
But in the
Where-
Minam River Canyon, Lewis, you're from Oregon, right? I saw a 32-inch four-toed trek, and I hear that's a mountain giant.
Where was it
Perfect.
supposed to be at? The
Huh?
six toed. Where was it supposed to be at the six toed?
Oh yeah, I don't know, but I have heard of them, but I've never. I think they're down your way, Joe.
Oh God! Thanks for that. I'm having trouble finding a Bigfoot. I'm going to a six toed saber.
Wonder Woman said, "Aspirin saved my life, Papa. Now I carry nitro."
Well, guess what, Wonder Woman? Me too.
I'll be carrying aspirin from now on.
And make sure everyone that goes with you knows where it is on you.
Right,
That's important.
right.
Usually nobody wants to go with me. But my wife.
Yeah, because if something happens and you're not talking, like they can at least get your pills and get them under your tongue. And that's key, is to get it under the tongue.
Is that what you put it under your tongue, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and one every 5 minutes, and if three of them don't take the pain away, go to the hospital immediately. I mean, because it hurts like crazy, and you think you're doing okay, but then man, you go faint.
I'm just away from the hospital.
Yeah, but
They'll have the hospital there I go. They were close.
Craig, how many heart attacks have you had though? You've had like 8 surgeries or some shit like that, wasn't it? Like,
Well, I've had 7 or 8 heart attacks. I keep losing count. 8, I think, and 1 open heart surgery. One.
I got it reversed. My bad.
1 triple bypass, and then I had 8 stents in there. But last winter, this fantastic guy, Dr. Lombardi at the University of Washington, got a new procedure, and he runs 2 catheters up each leg into the heart, and he cuts all that crap out of there with a laser. I mean, I had rock hard stuff in there from 20 years ago, just still building up, And that was caught
As your heart?
hard, so hard that he had a grinder and a laser. He used the grinder on the narrow part where the right coronary and left anterior descending, whatever, wherever the RCA and the LAD meet, they got a tiny little artery. He cleared that out with a grinder, because if he cuts that wall open with a laser, he's never been able to fix anybody before they died. So he said it was a 6% chance of dying, he said. And I says, well, yeah, what are my chances if I don't do this? Like 0. Couple months. And so anyway, yeah, my heart did really good trucking around in the mountains so far this year. It took a while to heal up. I mean, it felt like they were building a campfire in my chest. So I kept flopping around. He did 2 sessions, 3 hours and 4.5, I think. And first one I kept flopping, so it cold conked me on the next one. But yeah, I feel a whole lot better.
Well, good.
He was teaching the whole country how to do that thing, so.
Wow.
Wow. Lewis says, I've also had 2 heart attacks at 39 years old on my birthday at midnight exactly.
Wow.
Oh, bummer, Lewis.
I would quit having birthdays.
Yeah, yeah. Take somebody else's birthday. Yeah, give it away.
Pick a different day. Grab a dart, throw it at the calendar.
Dorothy said, wow, your guardian angel is working overtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yours, Craig.
Only the good die young.
You mean old bastard.
Yeah. You can tell those girls hate my guts.
Very loud.
I gave
They're
all
the
my
ones-
birthdays to my granddaughter.
It's a good idea.
Because that way she gets presents 2 times a year.
Ruth said he had stopped having birthdays after 21 years old.
Ah, good
Meaning
idea.
Lewis.
Oh, sorry, Sherry.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 40 years experience being 21.
All right, let's get off the heart attack subject.
Yeah.
Get depressed. Lewis said he
So-
should have died 6 times, at least 6 times.
Hey, didn't you just say?
I know. It was
There's-
in caps. I had to read it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
CD Squatcher asked, I don't even know. I don't want to attempt to butcher
Hold
that.
on. Let me
The Peru Giants.
oh, the Paracas skulls.
Yeah. Paracas.
Oh, yeah, those giant elongated skulls on those great big.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think something
Yeah.
about that.
I think they're finding
Are
them
we
other
talking
places.
about the Paracas Peru Giants. So I'm assuming she's talking to. I think was it Lewis that was brought up to 6-fingered, 6-toed?
Oh, the Sabe.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know that they're related. I mean, the Sabe, like he's describing it, the 6-finger, 6-toed, 2 rows of teeth sound like the red-haired giant in Afghanistan.
Right.
That's what I was wondering if it was in the United States or. I haven't heard too much about that.
I just heard something talking about the Sabe. I mean, this was like within the past 2 days. Somebody put out a.
Oh, well, Steve from How to Hunt had said something about him. Like that was like a month ago.
I haven't watched much of his
Yeah,
stuff.
I know you don't watch his stuff.
No, I used to.
Oh,
It pissed
I
me
do.
off, but
Oh.
whatever.
I think he pissed everybody off in the community once or twice.
You know what they say about being pissed off?
It's better than being pissed on.
Better than being pissed on.
Damn cat just scratched me.
Oh,
Patrick said, I drowned when I was young. I have nothing to fear in heaven.
Right, Patrick.
nice to when you know where you're going.
Yeah,
makes-
heaven isn't a place to fear.
No.
No, but he's saying that. Well, yeah, he knows where he's going, I guess. Judy, that sounds yummy.
Judy also said it's been said that Sasquatch have an elongated skull.
Some seem to. Some do. I mean, some don't. I don't get it.
Like the one that I saw didn't appear to.
It's the round head.
Yeah, very like.
You seen yours in Oregon, right, Iron Dog?
No, it was in Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah.
What else? Where are we at?
That was
Jeez,
with
an
the
hour
girls
and
with us.
49 minutes already.
Wow. Man, that just booked by.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Did you see what Dorothy Lang said? I heard.
Hold on. I've heard of a bar letting a super drunk guy. Is that part?
Yeah.
Have
Oh,
sex
God.
with a female Bigfoot for a small fee. I don't know. Can't imagine that. What that
There
fee
is a
might
story out there about that. There is a story out there about that.
So National Enquirer.
Probably.
You're trying to drown my co-host.
It's like that one that said, I was Bigfoot's love slave.
Well,
I
according
almost
to the
ruined my
movie Men in
dress.
Black, all that shit was true.
Patrick Vaughn said, sign me up.
Mr. Lee, I knew a girl with no neck. Ooh. That's almost terrifying sounding.
There's a joke there, but I can say it.
Come on, Joe.
This is a family oriented show.
Is it?
Since when?
Since when?
That shit ain't gonna work here.
There may be kids watching, Mo.
It may not be.
They shouldn't be.
No, I clicked on the box that said this is not
This is
intended for
not for
children.
kids.
So
I did that too. Just because I might say damn or that's what scratched me.
Kitty.
oh,
Yeah.
Kitty.
Oh, that is a scary looking kitty.
looked angry.
My daughter's cat. Some bitch will bite you and you won't bite you. You don't pet it.
One of those
Just a miserable cat, huh?
Yeah.
demands attention.
And then bites you when you give it. Yeah. Takes about 3 seconds worth of petting before it attacks you.
Yeah. That's enough of that.
When you're walking through the house and it's dark and something bites you on the foot, I'll just go kicking, you know. What the shit?
So what's it down to about 4 lives now?
4 lives. It's learning how to fly.
He's not learning, he already knows.
Just cling to the wall now.
Whoa. Starting to do tricks now.
There's scratch marks going down the wall back there. Against the wall.
I can see
Slide
that.
down.
Little Superman. You know.
Yeah.
You know,
Little
now
knick-knack.
I'm going to get people telling me that I'm being cruel to animals. People are going to unsubscribe to my channel because I'm cruel to animals. Oh, you see me kicking a cat?
Well, it is kind of frowned upon, Joe. You know.
Have you seen that video where that girl is kicking that cat and that cat just launches full on into her?
Good for that cat.
Here's that little girl up.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
That cat had enough.
Yep.
F this.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't
but
unsubscribe to my channel because I don't love cats.
Joe doesn't hurt animals.
That's right.
No,
Joe loves that kitty. He's teaching
Yes,
us
you
I
can
do.
tell.
trick.
Just defend the little cat.
You can tell. They just want to use you for a scratching post every now and then.
Holy shit, Ruger.
What?
Think of that bar. It's not a Bigfoot, and it don't cost much.
But your friend told you that, right, Ruby?
Uh, Rooker, I enjoy your sense of humor and your videos. I still got a jillion to go.
Terry, that was awesome.
Perfect.
Oh shit!
Daily Dan says no link.
Hey, I see Daddy Dan down there.
Yeah, Dan, you decide to come on like 5 minutes before.
And the man.
Why do you think there's no link? All right.
Hey, Moses, can I do something? Since
As long
I'm
as your
going
clothes stay
to.
on.
Well, I don't have any pants on, but that's why I keep going like this. The chair's chafing my butt. Damn, Jimmy's gonna be chair.
It'll make a funky noise when you stand up.
Well, it's not leather. It's not leather, so
Like pulling off a band-aid.
I'm trying to get enough money to go up there and to Georgia in October, and I've got some T-shirts that I'm selling. And if anybody wants a T-shirt, just message me. If that's okay. If you're not, you can just cut that part out when you edit it.
Edit what? We're live, dude. No, dude, that's absolutely, man. Yeah, anybody's interested in Joe's T-shirts, get in touch with him.
You can see them on Facebook too.
Are you wearing one?
No, this is one my daughter got me. It says the man, the myth, the legend.
Okay.
Got that for Father's Day for me.
Right on.
That's coming up, by the way.
That was last week.
Yeah, this is this Sunday actually.
Yep,
It's Father's
the
Day.
20th. I haven't forgot, Dad. I never forget.
If you want a T-shirt, message me because any money that I make off, which ain't much, it's going to help for me for the trip to go up there to Georgia. And I'm looking to buy a new camera. I bought a gimbal that was used, and it's missing a part. And the part that's missing, you just can't buy.
Oh.
But now I got a $150 boat anchor. And I've even had Matt Larson. I've had Matt looking for one. He can't find one either.
What kind of
And he's
what
the
kind of gimbal was it?
A Mosin.
A Mosin, like the gun?
Wow.
It's missing this part where you hook the camera up.
Hang on a
A
second.
little slide place that goes on right here.
Right.
But it's missing this part right here where you clamp it down. It won't clamp down. And I was thinking about going get somebody just to weld me a piece on there.
Sounds like
Tell you
someone
what.
may have.
I'll tell you $150.
Ooh.
And the guy, I told the guy, I bought it off eBay. And I told the guy I thought he was an asshole for selling me this. He goes, well, it doesn't say in the ad that piece is on there. I said, you son of a bitch. I said, I don't know nothing about a gimbal. How do I know that piece what's supposed to be on there?
Right.
He doesn't take returns.
Which piece is it, Joe? Show me which piece it is.
It's the slider.
It's got the slider part that goes right here, but there's a little part that's about a 1/4 inch that goes in there.
Is it this piece?
Now I got the slider piece, but there's a piece that right beside where you clamp down on it. When you screw this in, it clamps down like a C clamp, but it's missing this part right here. And the quick release plate that goes on there won't clamp down because it's missing that piece. So I can't mount my camera on there because it just falls off.
But it's the Moser. It's the same as this one, probably.
Yeah, it's a Moser Aircross 3-axis gimbal.
Moser.
And I think my camera, I got a Canon T3i camera. And I think it's too heavy for this too. So I'm looking to buy a new camera too. So any sales I get T-shirts are going to go on this and my trip to Georgia.
Let me ask you something. Is it a metal piece, or if I have the piece, can we get somebody to 3D make it, on a 3D printer?
I don't know. It's just like a little 1/4 inch piece. See, here's the part that screws in right here. And it's this piece that goes right along here. It's about a 1/4 inch long. Well, go this way. There's a little pin here that slides back and forth. I think it slides on, but they don't just make that piece. And I went to B&H Photography and they sent me a piece that was too small. And then I went to another camera place, and they sent me one that was too small.
Oh.
I don't know, dude. Maybe we'll
One
have
I've got about
to look up and we'll figure out if anything that I have on this on my, because I have a Moza. If we can figure out how to make the piece, you know.
Right.
like I said, I was thinking about just getting somebody like a fabrication shop or just to make that little piece right there.
Yeah, but at least, but if I have it, you'll have the exact dimensions.
Right, right. But I was really upset about that. And I called that guy some names that because what wasn't in the picture that I showed that was on the ad. I said, how the hell am I supposed to know that? I mean, you should have said it's missing that piece on your
Right.
Buyer beware.
People are.
He said something about that's when you buy something used, it's as is. And
Oh,
I told everybody I was going to make a video with my new gimbal, which comes out tomorrow morning. And I don't have a gimbal.
Oh no.
Now, listen to this. I took my drone for the first time out. And I flew that drone around while I was doing good. I thought I was hot stuff. And I forgot to
still in
push
a tree?
record. No, I've already hit a dozen trees. Just practicing. And I didn't hit record.
Oh, oh no. Oh.
And I got some good video. I thought I was getting good video of a sunrise the morning because woke up at 4:00 in the morning because I just couldn't stand it anymore. We just had to get the hell out of there. So we stopped on this hill and it was cloudy, and I got the drone and flew it up over the trees and looking at the sunrise. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome for the video. I didn't hit record.
Oh, that's painful.
I'll know next time.
I've done that recording stuff or not recording stuff.
Yeah, I've done that many
You
times.
think you're getting good video, man?
Yep.
Golly.
I come home all excited.
That'd probably be when I see my first Bigfoot. I'll probably see one more cross. I'll be like, "Yes, there he is! I got him!" And run up to him, and I got him.
Oh.
It wasn't recording.
Or my SD card will be full or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Battery's
Yep.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are at 2 hours.
Wow.
That went by pretty quick.
It
Papa,
sure
thank you
did.
so much, and I'm so glad that you got to experience and take advantage of that that trip with Duke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys got together. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures and the video.
Yeah. Duke will have it out here
Absolutely.
pretty soon.
Great.
Joe, thank you so much for stopping in. It's always great to see you.
Yeah.
I just had to come over to see Papa.
Yeah, Joe, that was great. That's
And
great.
Anytime.
And you.
Oh yeah, and that guy. Yeah. No, this guy.
I'm messing with you.
No. So good. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I'm gonna put you backstage.
Bye, everybody in chat.
Greg, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You
thank
bet.
you.
And, we'll talk soon.
Okay. Okay.
See you,
If you guys
Papa.
want to
Bye
hang
now.
out, it's up to you.
Bye.
All right.
I gotta go take my meds before I start doing cartwheels out down the street or something
Yeah.
crazy.
No flopping like a fish.
Yeah, right. Especially not that.
All right.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Oops.
You're so.
Let go of that button
We
too
got the
soon.
drop.
It's like catch a mid sentence. Good.
Okay, bye.
Sorry.
Oh,
Scotty B says, Mogs, look for my email. Will do, dude.
Nature Spirit Soul Hiker. Sorry we didn't get to chat.
Yeah, and thanks for popping on.
Yeah. Try and she's on. Yeah, we need to bump up her channel too. She's got a new channel.
But shit,
She had 3 subscribers the last I had checked.
that's new.
Yeah, it's very new.
Right on.
So, yeah.
Well, go show your love over there. Was it nature? What's the whole thing?
Nature, spirit, soul hiker.
Soul hiker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks to her. I believe her name is Amy, isn't it? I think. But thank you, Amy, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody in chat, I hope you guys had an amazing time tonight.
Yeah.
I think it was it was fun
It
as
was
usual.
fun.
It always seems to turn out right, you know. And if you guys enjoyed the show, you know, show your love, you know, below, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe.
Yeah.
It's
Join
not
us.
a terrible. It's not a terrible place to hang out. You know, I forgot. I never turned off that light when I went to grab that.
Yeah, you got a big, cozy, comfy couch. Everybody's welcome.
Indeed. On that note, I want to thank everybody again, and I'll be here Thursday. Iron Dogger, if you're around, you know, you're welcome to hang out.
Thanks.
But I'm sure you have better things to do.
It's not that.
Anyway.
Thanks to all the mods too. Big hugs.
Yeah. Thank you to all my mods. You guys are awesome. We'll see you Thursday. I'll see you Thursday. And have an amazing night. And peace and God bless.
Yeah. We'll see you soon.